What's up, guys? Welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the greatest baseball player of all time, even better than Babe Ruth and Mike Trout, better than anybody you could think of. We have, on the Baltimore Orioles, Chris Stewart. He is elite at anything you can think of. Hitting for contact, hitting for power. He can play every position on the field. He has elite speed. But he's not only good on the offensive side of the ball. As you can see here, he is also the ace of the Baltimore Orioles, which I know isn't that hard to do. But if we take a look at his ratings, he is elite. He has great stuff. He has a 5-pitch arsenal. He has fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, sinker. He throws over 100 miles per hour. He is going to be the greatest baseball player of all time. And we're going to be simulating one season to see if he can take the Orioles to the playoffs, maybe even win World Series. We'll see how good he can be. We're going to see what his average is, what his home runs are, what his RBIs are. We're going to see how much he walks, how much he strikes out. We're also going to see on the pitching side what his ERA is, what his wins are, what his Ks are. We're going to be looking at everything he can do. And for now, I'm going to simulate to the All-Star break, and we're just going to take a look at his stats halfway through the season, take a look at the record halfway through the season, and then we're going to sim from there to the postseason, and hopefully he's in the playoffs. Hopefully we get to see him with some playoff baseball. I'm really excited to see how well he can perform and just how good he can be. Alright, here we are back at the All-Star break, and if you take a look down here, Chris Stewart is the leading vote getter in all of Major League Baseball, over 1 million more votes than Mike Trout, over 1 million more than the second highest vote getter, which was Mike Trout. So he's absolutely blowing the league away with all-star votes. And if you take a look here, actually, he got the most votes as a center fielder, but he's listed as a starting pitcher for the All-Star game. And here's a peek at some of his stats, but we're going to go way more into that. So let's take a look at Chris here. So he is hitting .416 on the season with 22 home runs, 68 RBIs, in 68 starts. So he has an RBI per game at this point. He has 20 doubles, a triple. His on base is 580. He has 51 stolen bases too at this point. He's only been caught stealing 6 times. His WAR is almost 10, and we're not even halfway through the season at this point. His OPS plus is 256. He has an OPS of 1.374. He is absolutely killing the ball, and that is not the only thing he's contributing to this team. If we take a look here, he's pitched 64 and 2/3 innings. He's 5-0 in 10 starts. He has a 1.81 ERA. His opponent average is .082, which is absolutely ridiculous. And then probably the craziest part here is he has 190 strikeouts to his 64 and 2/3 innings, which gives him a K per 9 of 26.4. And if you take a look at another crazy stat, 190 strikeouts to 1 walk. He's walked 1 batter. I'm really curious to know who the 1 batter it was that managed to get walked, because that is absolutely ridiculous. And if you take a look at his BABIP, actually, it's astronomically high, which is really interesting, because you would expect it to be the opposite, but people, when they make contact, they get on base a really high amount, but they're just not making contact, I guess. So that's kind of crazy. He's only given up 5 home runs. 13 earned runs in 64 innings is ridiculous. He is absolutely ridiculous. He has a 5 WAR on this side. So is there a way to take a look at... No, I don't think there is a way to take a look at all his stats, but he is ridiculous this year. I can't believe... That's better than I expected, honestly, especially on the pitching side of the ball. I will be back whenever the playoffs hit. We are currently 56-34, so he's really carrying this team to a winning record. We're top of the East Division here, and I think we're going to remain top. We're 6.5 games back. I don't think he's slowing down. I'll see you guys when we're about to start the playoffs. All right, we're back at the end of the season. Here we are with a record of 86-76. Is that enough to make the playoffs? Yes, it is. We are in the wild card spot against the Houston Astros with our record barely getting us in. I believe it was, let's take a look. Yeah, we were 1 game ahead of the New York Yankees for that last wild card spot. Let's take a look at his stats real quick before we get into the playoffs. So he finished the season hitting .421 with a .581 on base, 34 home runs, 98 RBIs, 123 runs, 93 stolen bases in 128 games. He was only caught stealing 10 times, roughly 90% steal rate. His WAR was 15. His OPS plus was 251. He struck out 6 times, which is absolutely ridiculous. He had 145 walks. He probably had more walks than the entire team, nearly combined. It would be pretty close. I'm not going to sit here and add it up, but he might be close. He had 30 doubles. He had 1 triple, which is a little surprising with his speed to only have 1 triple, but I guess he's hitting so many out of the park, he can't get to third base most of the time. His home run numbers are a little lower than I thought they would be. I thought he'd hit 60 or something. I thought it'd be something crazy. Not his RBIs. I mean, I'm not surprised about his RBIs as much. Mountcastle actually had more than him, which is a little surprising, but I guess he hit 3 the entire season, so he didn't have too much RBI chances, maybe. I don't know. We're going to take a look at his pitching stats now. This is where I'm actually blown away with. So he went 11-2 in 26 starts. He pitched 171 innings. He had 11 home runs, 34 earned runs. But what's crazy is he struck out 499 batters in 171 innings, giving him a Ks per 9 of 26. His opponent's batting average was .069. He had an ERA of 1.79. He only walked 6 batters in 171 innings, which is ridiculous. He had a 14 WAR on the pitching side of the ball, which I'm not sure how WAR works, but if you combine it, I'm pretty sure it's nearly a 30 WAR season on the pitching and the hitting side of the ball, which is ridiculous. He was amazing this season, especially when you consider how he played on both sides of the ball. He pretty much carried this team to the playoffs. I don't think this team is a playoff team or even close to it without him. I did want to go over those 2 losses he had. So he had 2 losses, which were kind of a surprise. But if you take a look at the losses, let's see. He had his first loss was somewhere down here. It was July 17th, right here. Let's take a look. So he had 19 strikeouts in 5 innings. Absolutely ridiculous. He gave up 4 earned runs in 5 innings, it's a little uncharacteristic, but if someone's striking out 19 guys in 5 innings and giving up 4 earned runs, I don't blame him, honestly. That's amazing. That is actually... most guys don't have 19 strikeouts in a full game no-hitter or something like that. Like, that is ridiculous. His second loss we can take a look at was very similar. It was right here against Toronto. He had 18 strikeouts in 6 innings. He had 2 earned runs, which is a very good start for any pitcher. But those were his 2 losses. He pitched amazing in both of those. We can take a look at his season high. I believe it was 28 strikeouts in a game. Yeah, we'll look here, 28 strikeouts. He pitched all 9 innings. He actually threw a no-hitter, apparently. He pitched 129 pitches, and he struck out 28 here. I wonder how many no-hitters he had. Let's take a look. So he had a no-hitter here against Toronto in a 9-0 win. He had 23 strikeouts. Pitched amazing. He had another no-hitter here against Detroit. 1 here, so that's 3, 4. He pitched 4 no-hitters in a single season, which is absolutely ridiculous. He did only walk the 6 batters. His first walk was actually against Michael Conforto, who actually hit a home run off of him in this exact same game, which, round of applause to him for doing that. But yeah, we're just going to get straight into the playoffs. We have the very first game against the Astros in a wildcard game. I am forcing him to be the starting pitcher, and we're just going to see how it goes. We're going to watch the game a little bit. We're going to show the highlights of his at-bats, his pitching, and I'll see you guys whenever he is making a highlight, I guess. Alright, here we are with his very first at-bat. Let's see if he can get something started. He strikes out. That is very uncharacteristic of him, but at least he's going to be able to hopefully get it right back. We're going to be looking at him pitching here. Hopefully he can hopefully at least get them through 6 innings, hopefully with no earned runs. That's what I'm looking for. There he goes with the strikeout there. It's looking like it's a 2-2 count. Hopefully he can strike out this batter too. Strikes out Michael Brantley as well. Let's see. It's another 2-2 count, this time against Bregman, and he gets the 1-2-3 inning with strikeouts. That is perfect. We're just going to simulate through that inning. I don't think he's going to get up to bat. He doesn't. All right, here he is against Kyle Tucker with 1 ball, 2 strikes, and he strikes him out again. Next batter, 3-2 count. Carlos Correa. Another strikeout. He does not allow any base runners. Strike 3, another 1-2-3 inning with strikeouts. He's now got 6 strikeouts in 2 innings. We're just going to simulate to his next at-bat, and I'll see you guys then. Alright, here we are with his next at-bat. We have a runner on second, and here he is. No balls, no strikes, and the runner advances to third, so he has an even better chance to make this a 1 or 2 run game here. Hopefully getting his team an even bigger lead. Oh my god, the catcher allows the ball gets past the catcher twice to allow the runner to score. So he won't even get credit for this run here to make it a 2-0 game. And he gets a hit to the right field. It looks like it's going to be, yep, right fielder gets to it. So now he's 0 for 2 on the day. That's a little surprising, but on the pitching side, that's all that matters. He's been amazing with another strikeout, 7 strikeouts. He struck out every batter he's faced. Hopefully he can get through this entire first part of the lineup. Yep, okay, there's another strikeout. If he gets this, he struck out every single batter in the lineup. There he goes, striking out all 9 batters the first time he's faced them. That is absolutely incredible. Here he is going through the second time through the lineup, and he strikes him out again. He just doesn't care who he's coming up against. He has 10 strikeouts now, and it's only the 4th inning. There's the first non-strikeout of the game. It is, though, a pop fly to center field, so he keeps the no-hitter alive in this wild card game. Can he strike out Bregman in the inning? He does. He gets his number 11 strikeout to end the inning, and I'm going to simulate to his next at-bat now. Wow, so Mountcastle actually just cleared the bases with a 2-run homer to give it a 4-0 lead with Chris Stewart coming up. Hopefully he can go back-to-back here. No, but he does get his first hit of his playoff career, a single up the middle. Let's see if he can score a run here. Let's see if he can get keep going on the base, maybe steal a base. And it looks like it's going to be a ground out to second, so he's not going to be able to do any work on the offensive side of the ball outside of getting that hit. But we are going to see him keep going. I guess I am the manager, so I should keep out an eye for his stamina here, but I'm not going to take him out as long as he has a no-hitter. There's no point in doing that. He does give up a deep ball to center field. That's going to be at least a double. If not a triple, it's going to be a triple. So he does give up a big hit here. His first hit of the game is a triple. Oh, no, it's an inside the park home run to Kyle Tucker. Wow, so he gives up his first run of the game. That is not how I expected that to go. All right, well, let's see if he can keep going. Hopefully it doesn't let him bother him. Yep, he strikes out Carlos Correa right after. For the first out of the inning, here he comes against Alvarez, strikes him out as well. He says that doesn't bother him, giving up the inside the park home run. He's going to keep being elite. Just kidding. He gives up a double here to Jose Altuve. Hopefully he can get out the inning at least. Bottom of the 5th here. It's a 4-1 game. I believe in him enough. He is the best player of all time. And maybe it's falling apart here. Hopefully he can get out of the inning here. That one might be... Okay, the center fielder's got it. He gets out of the inning. 4-1 game. He's going to go back at least to the 6th inning with a lead. Okay, here he is, 6-1. We're going to let him keep going. I'm going to let him keep going. He's given up 1 earned run, 2 hits, 13 strikeouts. Make that 14 now. He is killing it in this game. This is basically a normal start for him, though. You know, 6 innings, multiple or double-digit strikeouts. That's way normal for him. We took a look at his game log. He is used to this. This is nothing new to him. 16 strikeouts in 6 innings. He is elite. We're just going to take a look at Mountcastle's at bat because he's batting right after him. Mountcastle is not going to get on base in front of him. He hits a little pop-up to center field. Now we're taking a look at his 4th at-bat. Can he get another hit? That one's going to be deep, but not deep enough, I don't think. Yep, the right fielder grabs it. So now we're just going to take a look at his next inning of pitching. 16 strikeouts, 6 innings. We're going to let him keep going. I know he's in the yellow here, but I want him to go as far as he can because I want us to keep this lead. I want him to keep going in the playoffs. I want more playoff baseball. Now, once we go to the next round, hopefully we advance. I'm not going to show every game. I'm just going to simulate the games because that's just going to take too long. But I did just want to show this one just in case it was his last game of this video. And he gets out of the 7th inning. He's on 93 pitches, I think, something around there. I think I'm going to leave him in for this next inning here. So we're in the bottom of the 8th. He's on 95 pitches, 18 strikeouts, only 2 hits, the 1 earned run. He's in that orange zone down here. I think we're gonna leave him in though. Let's just see how he does. And he gets the strikeout against Alvarez here. And at least let him go through the lineup one more time. And he strikes out Altuve there. Now he has 2 outs, 104 pitches with Gurriel up, and he doesn't strike him out, but he gets him to ground out to end the 8th inning. And so now I'm going to simulate to his next at-bat, and I'm also probably going to warm up the closer, so he's probably done on the pitching side of the ball. All right, here he is, 7-1 lead. He's up to bat with runners on 1st and 2nd. Hopefully he can keep this inning going. We're just going to tell him to swing away, and he gets the hit. I don't think it's going to score a run, but at least he advances the runners. Now we have bases loaded. Can he score his first run in the playoffs? That is the question. It's going to be a deep ball to right field. It's going to be a fly out. I'm going to send the runner. We're up by enough. I'm going to take the risk. And it looks like it paid off, and he's safe. All right. Chris Stewart, I'm going to tell him to steal. We're going to let him steal. We're going to show off the speed here. And he's safe at second. Let's go. All right. Can we get him in to score a run? We have 2 outs now. Hayes coming up to bat. Can he? He looks like he's going to strike out. No, he's going to hit it deep right. It's not deep enough, though, to score a run. We are not going to see Stewart here score his first run of the playoffs. We are going to bring in our closer, though, to finish this game. I know it's an 8-run lead, but it's the wild card. We might as well. I don't want anything to happen to ruin him getting his first playoff win, or at least I just need him. I need to see him more in the playoffs. I need him to have a World Series chance. Maybe it wasn't a good idea bringing this guy in. I'm just gonna let him go. He has a big lead to work with. Oh God, he's gonna blow this lead, isn't he? All right. We're gonna warm up another guy here. We're just gonna see who's the best in this bullpen. It might be. He's on fire too. We'll have him warming up here, just in case. He has a big lead to work with here. Tanner does. Hopefully he can do it. He walks this batter. Let's start actually managing this game just a little bit. We'll go hard shift left, outfield, shift left, and we'll get him just to pitch to him. Let's see what he can do. He strikes him out. Perfect. All right, can he get this dude out too? He strikes out Kyle Tucker. 2 strikeouts in a row. 1 out away from moving on in the playoffs. Can Tanner Scott do this? He gets a ground out to the pitcher, and he ends the game, and we win 8-1. Chris Stewart here. Let's take a look at his stats. He has 5 at-bats. He gets 2 hits. He strikes out once. Not a great day on the offensive side of the ball, but he gets 20 strikeouts in 8 innings of 1-run baseball, 2 hits. Perfect start for what I could have imagined from him. He gets us through to the next round of the playoffs. We're going to be coming up against, it looks like the Los Angeles Angels. We should be able to do good against them. Let's check out their record. They were 102 and 60 on the season. I think we have a good chance of going on to the next round. I'll be back when we're starting that series up next. All right, here we are with the first game against the Angels. It's going to be Matt Harvey versus Andrew Heaney. I don't know how to say his name. But here's the game one. We're just going to finish the day, and then we're going to take a look at the box score. So we win game one. Let's take a look at how Chris Stewart did. So he went 2 for 5 again. He had 4 RBIs today, though. He struck out once. Let's see, did he get a home run? He had a double, and it looks like he did not hit a home run, unfortunately, but he did great getting the RBIs today, leading his team to a victory in game one. Let's go ahead and simulate game two here. And we lose game two, 6-4. Let's take a look at what happened here. So he went 1 of 5, I believe, or he walked once, so 1 of 4. He had a walk. He scored a run. No RBIs today. Doesn't look like he hit a home run today. So yeah. No pitching today. I think he's going to be pitching the next game, hopefully. Let's see. Yep, he's pitching the next game, so we're just going to finish today, and then it should be the very next day. So yeah, now we have to finish today again. Let's see. Did he get the win? He gets the win, 7-1. He now has a 2-0 playoff record. Let's take a look at the box score. First, let's take a look at... Okay, they didn't have him in the lineup, which is interesting. But here we go. We'll look at his pitching stats. He went 6 1/3, gave up 1 earned run, 2 hits. Very similar to his first start with the 1 earned run and the 2 hits. He does only go 6 1/3 though, and only 13 Ks is only 13 Ks. But for him, that's not a lot. So that's really interesting. But he gets the win. He's 2-0 now. Very impressive. It's looking good for them getting on to the next round. Let's hope they can finish it out here. We'll go to game number 3, I believe, here. And they lose game number 3, 3-1, with, I believe it was Matt Harvey on the mound. Let's see how he did. So he went 3, he had 3 walks. He didn't get on base in the other at-bat. No RBIs, no hits, no home runs. He's not living up to it on the offensive side of the ball, but if we can just get him pitching more, then we could definitely see a lot more from him. This is a must-win game at this point. Is he ready to pitch again? How tired is he? He's very tired, all right, so we're not going to force him to start. We're just going to leave it with how it is. It's actually kind of weird because I just had them automatically set the rotation, and they're using 3 pitchers, which, I mean, I guess there's not a lot of good starting pitchers on this team, so it kind of makes sense. But that might be why, he's so tired, but I'll just let him do what they want to do. We're going to be simulating this game, and hopefully they can win Game 5 here. And it's going to be, they lose it. They lose it 9-7, and that is going to be it. Here we go. He played in center field. He had 2 runs in today's game. He had a hit. He had a walk. Not the best performance. He did score 2 runs, though, of the 7 runs that were scored, which is pretty good. He had a double. He did as much as he could. He hit 353 with 4 RBIs. He had tons of walks. I can't even keep track of how many walks he had. I wonder if we can look at that real fast. Let's go to the batting stats. They don't have his playoff stats. Here we go, postseason. So he had 4 RBIs, 3 doubles, 6 hits, 3 runs. Where is walks at? I don't think they have the walks listed, but he had a ton of walks, is basically what I'm trying to say here. He did good pitching. He got the 2-0 record in the playoffs, but unfortunately, it was not enough to get them to the next round. So the best player in the world can only take you so far in baseball. It can at least take a horrible team to the playoffs, and nearly winning a playoff series against, I'm pretty sure the Angels were 102-60. There you go. So that just shows how strong of an ability he had to carry this team and how good he really was. So we'll take a look one more time at his stats. As you can see, he hit on the season, not in the postseason. In the regular season, he hit 421, 581 on base. He had 30 doubles, 34 home runs, 98 RBIs. Let's take a look at his pitching. He had 171 innings, 2.73 ERA plus, 1.79 ERA. His FIP was a 0 somehow. He had 499 Ks for a Ks per 9 rate of 26.2. He was 11-2 on the season. He was absolutely amazing. I'm going to actually simulate to see if he wins the MVP, what kind of awards he wins. And I just wanted to see. I went and I made his contract 1 year so that he becomes a free agent. So I just want to see how much money he gets. So I'll be back when we hear from the awards or he signs a new contract. Alright, here we are at the awards. And as you can see right here, Chris Stewart wins a Gold Glove in center field. He also goes and wins a Platinum Stick right here in center field after an amazing season. And then on top of that, he goes and he wins the Cy Young. And on top of that, he wins Rookie of the Year. Obviously, he was the best player in baseball. And because he was the best player in baseball, he also wins the MVP. So now he is stacked. Look at all of these awards up here. Platinum Stick, All-Star, Gold Glove, Rookie of the Year, Most Valuable Player, Cy Young. Arguably, definitely, I would say it's definitely the best season of any baseball player of all time. Next, we're going to be taking a look at what contract he gets because he is on an expiring contract, and I just want to know how big of a contract he signs, and I'll be back when he signs that. Alright, we're finally back. I've been sitting here for I don't know how long simulating. We're already into next season's opening day. Past that, it took him that long to sign a contract with someone, and he signs with the Houston Astros, and it was not worth the wait because it's not anything special. It's $28 million a year for 1 year. His bonus, with a minimum of 550 plate appearances and $900,000. He only gets $1 million if he wins MVP. He gets $180K for an All-Star bonus. This was the biggest waste of time ever, but there you go. That's the end of the video. This is the greatest player of all time, Chris Stewart. You got to watch his very first year, his rookie year, and he dominated. So if you like the video and you want to see more videos like this, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.